Welcome to the episode of Thoughts of an Average Joe podcast. It is Taroy Jackson, man, your favorite average Joe. Hey, listen, I know I ain't give y'all one last week. I'm sorry, but I'm here this week to give y'all an episode, right? It's not going to be a long episode. I'm doing this before work. I still got shit to do today. So, let's get into it. How's everybody doing? I'm okay. Today is we're in June, so I want to touch on men's mental health. If you had happy happy Juneteenth to everybody. That was last week. So today's topic, right? We're gonna talk about men and mental health. Why we don't open up. My opinion, mental health is one of the silent killers of men. Just because of the way that we were brought up. What society says that we got to tough it out. We're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to show emotion. I don't necessarily believe that. As I've gotten older, I've shown more emotion, right? And I'm okay with that. Like, it's okay to express how you feel. Like, honestly, it's okay to express how you feel. As men, why are we afraid to say, I'm not okay? From my perspective, I think it's because we're afraid to say I'm not okay because I feel like because most men, like, were taught to be strong, to not be vulnerable. You don't want to look weak in front of your boys. I think a lot of men suffer in silence because they don't want to look weak in front of the gang, right? Like, hey, yo, I'm not okay, bro. Like, damn, what's going on? Like, because, in some brackets, in some age bracket, in some friend groups, like, if you tell somebody you're not okay, like, they'll make fun of you. And you'll be like, what? They'll be like, why? Like, why? Like, I'm saying, like, I'm opening up to you and you're making fun of me. Like, those, number one, that's probably ain't your real friend. Number two, on top of that, if you got friends like that, then you need to reevaluate your friend group. Also, they say that it's hard for them to say they're not okay, especially when they're in relationships, because in the past, women have used that against them, right? They've used that they're not okay and opening up to them, and so therefore in the argument they'd be like, yeah, you straight puss, you soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a real man, you show emotion, you're weak, and that's not okay. That's definitely not okay. Shit. With me and my friends, I check up on them at least a couple times a month. You good? You straight? Just the other day, I hit Warren up just to ask him if he was good. He was like, I appreciate that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, especially as a man, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a provider, as a father, like, we're put on more than this. We are put on this earth to do more than just provide. And if you can't find people that can find that value in you, then yeah, sometimes you just shut down and be like, hey, like, I'm not going to say that I'm not okay, because it doesn't matter what I say. As long as I take care of the household, nobody else cares about how I'm feeling, what I'm doing. Like, I get this a lot when I talk to dads who have had children and going through the pregnancy. And the one thing that they've always said was, at least some of them, was, I suffered silently through the pregnancy. Just like she's going through it, I'm going through it. But everyone makes sure she's good and the baby's good. Nobody never checks up on me to see how I'm doing. I was like, damn. Like, that's deep. That's deep. That's real deep. So I think that's why people say that they're not okay. Let's see. Personal moment of reflection, a time where I struggled to open up or saw someone else suffer in silence. I have seen women suffer in silence. I don't know if I've seen a bunch of men suffer in silence. I guess I would say recently when I lost my job. I don't want to say I was suffering in silence. Well, I would say I did struggle to open up. Like, I told everybody it was okay, but deep down I was pissed because I didn't necessarily like. I wanted a career there mainly for the benefits, so that way if I had a kid, they got good benefits, good job. Try to be stable at one job. So to get fired, as to why I got fired, I was very disappointed. And it did kind of like, it didn't hit me right away because I was still getting paid, but like once they officially once like it had set in, like, damn, I'm probably not gonna get this job back. Like I struggled to open up some because I didn't want to, like, as a man, right? Sometimes you just don't want to burden people with your problems, like, right? Like, I don't want to burden you with my problems. Like, people got their own shit to deal with. So like, what I'm saying? I don't want to burden you with me just losing a job when I already have another one lined up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at times it could be difficult. It could be a struggle. It could definitely be a struggle. And you gotta find the right group of people to, to help you. The root of silence. So masculinity defined in society, right? Be tough, don't cry, figure it out. Then you got learned behavior from childhood, being punished or dismissed for expressing emotions. That is very true, especially in my generation, how you grew up. You know what I'm saying? If you even kind of look at your parents, it's like back talking. It's like, damn, I'm just trying to express how I feel. But yes, growing up, like, tough it out, be cry, don't show emotions. Like, I'll share with you a story. And don't come on here starting to make fun of me, okay? Because I was young. I was getting bullied by this girl. Right, so you see me now, right? I'm 5'5", 140. So imagine me at like 8, 9 years old. Like I'm short and real skinny, like super duper skinny. And yeah, I was getting bullied by this girl. And I come home, tell my mom. My mom said, "Why are you crying? Like why are you? What is there? Why are you crying?" Like, because my parents didn't. When I become a parent, I do believe in, if somebody's bullying you, yeah, beat that kid's ass. I believe in that. My parents per se do not believe in that, but I wholeheartedly believe in that. So I was like, "Did you talk to the teacher?" "Yeah, she not doing anything," and it was just like, damn. It was like, okay, and for a long time, I did not show emotion to my parents. I only cried. It was not last 2 summers ago, maybe, was when I cried to my mom. We were having a conversation about this girl I was talking to. Then I told her about the pregnancy. And yeah, I think that was the first time I cried to my mom. And I honestly, like, I love my mom, but I think that was a mistake because it wasn't like a, it wasn't like a come here, console you. She was just looking at me. And I think that's where I get it from, of my, like, I think that's where I get it from, where sometimes I don't know how to console people because she ain't console me. So I was like, damn, my own mom ain't console me. I was like, yeah, let me just bottle everything up. I don't let a lot of people in, and so therefore I bottle a lot of stuff up. Like, once I fully trust you with my emotions, then you'll start to see my emotions for real. But that takes a long time. It takes a toll. It's also some of the media's fault because the media portrayal of emotionless strong men, like, oh, it's okay. Like, I felt like if the media portrayed men as men who cried more, it would be okay, because it is okay. As I've gotten older, I've gotten mad emotional. Nigga, I just fucking watched the fucking what was it, Forever? A nigga cried. I cried, nigga, watching Forever. I need to rewatch that show. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some shit that I wouldn't have done years ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would have never cried over Forever. Sometimes nigga be crying over, like, I just be crying, like, tears would be coming down watching a movie or some shit, and I'm fucking crying. Like, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, as I've gotten older, I've learned it's okay to express my emotions. I express my emotions with I have a core group of guys. Xavier, my brothers, so I lump them together, right? So that's two people. Even though my brothers are three, I count them as a group. So Xavier, my brothers, Juice, Tyler Warren. Yeah, I think that, and, well, Antoine. 6 people. 6 guys that like, I'm vulnerable with. Like, now don't get me wrong, this is they will comfort you, but they gonna get them jokes off like, all right, my nigga, like, you doing all right, you let it out, you can stop now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I trust them with my emotions. And for women, right, when it comes to dealing with men, I know they be like, oh, be a nigga's peace. Bump all that. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all don't really know what y'all want peace, but y'all don't really know what peace is. Because every time you have peace, you find a way to fuck it up. Be a man's safe space. That's what you need to be. Be a man's safe space. Are you going to be his safe space to where he could come to you bawling his eyes out, crying, showing you and telling you like how hard it is his day was to be a black man, just how hard it is in general, his mental health, and you not throw it back on him at any point in the relationship? That's what us men need. Like, I'm saying, we need that vulnerability, but in order to have that vulnerability, we need somewhere to open it up to. And I feel like that's why a lot of men bottle up their emotions, because they don't have that vulnerability. They don't have that media portrayal. Most of them don't even like have a, because you're taught early on that, hey, as a man, you got to be strong, X, Y, and Z. I don't think I've seen, I'm going to be honest with you, I do not think I've seen my dad cry. Me and my dad have had a conversation. I was like, hey, because, you know, my dad's old school. We talked. I was like, hey, bro, you're like, you know, I'm in therapy. I was like, maybe you should try it. Or, you know, he was like, therapy? What I need therapy for? I feel like everybody needs therapy. What I need therapy for? I just, you know, I deal with it. And it's like, that's cool, but it's unhealthy. Like, think about all the amount of stress that you're putting your body through. Like, I'm saying, like, just because you don't go to therapy, just because you don't have an outlet to talk to somebody for real, outside of God. Because I feel like there's God, and you need somebody also outside of big sandals. That's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but that is my personal opinion. Therapy has done wonders for me, by the way. Like, I used to think that me just sitting on somebody's couch telling them my problems, like, would not help. But I really feel like I'm starting to see a difference when it comes to me and how I operate because of therapy. Like, but you got to find the right one. Finding the right therapist to challenge you, right? Because you need somebody that's going to challenge you and call you out on your bullshit, for real, for real. You can't get a therapist that's just, yeah, I see. No. If I'm paying you money, I need you to challenge me. I need you to make, you know what I'm saying, like, help me become a better person. And my therapist does that. I love my therapist. I drive an hour and some change to see her. All right. The mental toll of bottling it up, right? Anxiety, depression, and burnout, hiding behind smiles and silence, which is correct. So, right. Also, the substance abuse, increased risk of substance abuse, relationship issues, and even suicide. So, me and my therapist had this conversation. I feel like in life I'm a late bloomer. I lost my virginity at a late age. And what people been doing in their 20s, I'm just now doing in my 30s. I drink a little wine now, do a little edibles every now and then, right? And so my therapist was like, hey, I want to talk about depression because you always talk about the past and never about the future. And, you know, you do a lot of recreational use when it comes to edibles. And she was like, I want to talk about depression. So 2 things that I wanted to touch on. Um, I always talk about the past and not the future because I don't have a new goal in life for me yet, right? One of the main goals I had for a long time for the last 7 years was get a car, get an apartment. I did that. It's done. I don't know what the next goal is. The goal is now is to be stable, but in order to be stable, I really want to find a career or a job that I like, and I haven't found that yet. You know what I'm saying? I found jobs that I can tolerate that's going to pay the bills, but not a job that I like genuinely like, right? But the edibles is just I don't know, bro. Like it just helps. I don't say helps me relax. It just helps. Like I feel like if I'm too high, no. But if I'm just like on a good high, I feel like I pod better. I'm a little more intellectual. My thoughts are a little more clear. But I don't want to say I'm an addict. I don't think I'm an addict for by any stretch of the imagination. But I can see how not talking about mental health and always being stressed out can lead to somebody being alcoholic, can lead to somebody being a pothead. I do not understand though how you become a cocaine user. You know what I'm saying? You doing bumps on your nose. I do. I do not know how mental health can push you to that limit that far, right? But that's just me. Um, the emotional numbness and effect that it takes on um the emotional numbness and effect on parenting and partnerships. Like I said, if all in your relationship, whether you're in a relationship with a person with a kid or not, if it's always men like to be treated too, right? Like I like it when I get money for a haircut. It's nice. It's being thoughtful. Men are always taught to be thoughtful, but nobody is being thoughtful on our behalf for us. Like I'm saying, so it's just like we just here to do X, Y, and Z, and we got to cater to the women. We got to do all this. We got to do all of that. But who is the outlet for us? Who's the safe space for us? Who's catering to us? And men struggling along in the fatherhood or co-parenting without outlets. Like I said earlier, that's a major thing, man. Raising a kid ain't easy, and if you don't have any outlets to talk about, like sometimes, like, right, I hate when women be like, "Oh, why is there stuff that you can say to the boys that you can't say to me?" Because there's like a lot of women want the truth, but they cannot handle the truth. So you have to be very careful on what you say to them before you hurt their feelings. When you hurt their feelings, sometimes some women get immature and it doesn't end well. They try to hurt your feelings back, or they hold it against you. So sometimes you just, you got to vent to your boys. And you got to vent to your boys and get it all out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that way, when it's time to approach a lady, you have kind of formulated what to say. You have crafted what to say carefully, so you'll be all right. But yeah, it's like I agree. Like you gotta vent to you gotta vent to your homies. Like I don't have any kids, but I do let my friends vent to me about whatever they got going on, especially their kids, because like you need that outlet. That's why I started another podcast, Baby Daddy Chronicles, so fathers can have that outlet to talk about their experience, and so therefore they don't feel like they're not heard, they're not seen. And a lot of people be like, "Oh, why are you starting this podcast and you don't have a kid?" That's why. So that way they're heard, they're seen. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about your mental. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about as long as you're not bashing, the mother of your kid. So that way you feel like you're being heard and you're seen, and you know what I'm saying, you're not going off the deep end. Why does talking feel so hard, right? I think it's because there's a fear of judgment of not being taken seriously. Like, for example, sexual assault in men is not taken nearly as seriously as sexual assault in women. Like, people think that you be joking, like, "Oh, he got sexually assaulted. He wanted that to happen." Like, no. There's a lot of niggas out here that get sexually assaulted, and because people don't believe them, they don't speak up. Just like how, like, they don't speak up at all. And because they don't speak up, they carry that trauma, they carry that hurt forever, and it affects their relationship with women because they either told somebody like their mom, and their their parents or guardian didn't believe them. B, they told the cops. They went to the police. The police did nothing about it because nobody believes you. That right there can definitely affect your mental health for sure. I feel like as men in our community, we need to do a better job because there is a lack of safe spaces of people who get it right. I can't. I will say this: when it comes to my friends and their struggles with the mother of their children, I get it, but I can't understand it. And here's what I mean: I get it, right? I do understand completely what they're going through, but I can't personally understand or equate or give like a story to it because I don't have any children, you know? But I do get it. I understand completely what they're going through. Being told other people have it worse. Like, I get it, but I don't get it. Yes, other people have it worse for sure, but I'm not in this moment. I'm talking about me. Yes, I know other people may have it worse, but in this moment, I need you to be there for me. Oh, count your blessings. Yes, I can count my blessings. Other people have it worse and other people have it better. But right now, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm going through. Can you help me navigate this situation or help me navigate my feelings? I feel like as men, we don't help other men navigate their feelings, so you just got to figure it out. No, sometimes we need help. We need you to help. You know what I'm saying? As men, like, if you've been through that situation, help guide us through that experience. Help guide us through that experience so that way we're better. You know what I'm saying? If that happens to us, it happens to somebody else, we can now be a mentor to that person. Once again, like, we feel like we always have to be the provider, protector, even when we're hurting. Like, I will say this. There are men who, when they don't have a job, they get really nasty because all they know how to is provide. And there are men who don't have a job, whose women knows that they're hurting and doesn't emasculate them, but still makes them feel seen. That's the thing. Like, 'cause women always talk about women's intuition and paying attention, but you don't even know when your man is upset or when your man is hurting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much attention or detail he pays to you, you need to pay attention to him. That's ladies, that's what you got to do. All right, what needs to change? Encouraging therapy, journaling, and open conversations, teaching our sons and younger men that emotions are human, not weak. I definitely agree. I really feel like if more men went to therapy, you'll be able to express these feelings. And me personally, like, because I started for therapy for one thing and she ended up being my therapist for everything, I chose a woman. But I would not oppose to a black man choosing another black man for a therapist. I say either a black man or a black woman will help tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to challenge you, somebody that's going to, make you see things from a different perspective. For sure. Like, my therapist called me out one day and she told me I was lazy. Not in life, but in a particular area of my life. She was like, the reason why you're not getting the results that you want is because you're lazy. I was like, damn. She kind of right. The importance of brotherhood and support circles, right? Get you a support circle, get you a brotherhood like I have, to where I can come to these people and be like, hey, here's what's going on. And I'm gonna get honest feedback. Me and Warren is just alike, but sometimes me and Warren, not saying just alike, me and Warren go through a lot of similar shit, to be honest with you, outside the kid part, because I ain't got no kids. But we're kind of just alike. And he'll tell me, he'll be like, hey, Roy, you right. Or, hey, Roy, you wrong. Tyler's more of the here's the different options type of person, right? Tyler would be like, hey, option A, B, C, D. Which one you think is the best? Here's what I think is the best, but it's not my life, it's your life. Or here's how I would do it. Juice. Juice and Shan gonna tell you how the fuck it is, right? I forgot Shan too. That's male, because if it's female, I got like three, four more people. But Juice gonna be like, all right, my nigga, like, you know what you need to do. Now, whether you do it or not, it's up to you. But you know in your heart of hearts what you need to do. I really just feel like Juice don't think that I'm gonna do it, because he knows I got a big heart. But when I'm pushed to that limit, I will do it. Xavier's more of the rational thinker, like, okay, before you do this, exhaust every option. So therefore you have no qualms about it. And of course, Manny and Josh, they my brothers. They want what's best for me. But they will call me out on my bullshit too. And we also got to redefine strength to include vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be vulnerable. Just because you're vulnerable does not mean you're not masculine. Honestly, for real. Just because you're vulnerable does not mean you're not masculine. Maybe I need to be a Taroy episode. Let me write that down. Just because you're vulnerable does not mean you're not masculine. Yeah. All right, man. Also, man, we need more people who highlight men who speak out. Athlete, artists, fathers, people in the spotlight. So therefore, other people will know it's okay. For real. If we do that, if we can start doing that, you'll start to see more men take their mental health seriously. Because I want men to take their mental health seriously, so we can continue to be on this earth and be a positive role model for the people we need to be in our lives, and not burying us 6 feet under. Okay. So let's wrap it up. Being real doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you more of one, right? Showing emotion does not make you less of a man. It makes you more of one. It makes you human. We're human. That's what we are. That's at the end of the day, that's what we are. It's okay to start small, right? You don't have to tell the world. You just don't have to keep it all to yourself. Because you don't. Keeping it all to yourself is going to get you nowhere. I will put it like this. Therapy cost me a relationship because I didn't go to therapy. And so now when I go to therapy to make myself a better man, so I don't make the same mistakes I made in my last relationship, right? Listen, average Joe and average James, right? The average Joe community, man. Just check on your friends, and more importantly, check up on yourselves. If you're not okay, tell your people you're not okay. Because my friends will tell me all the time, like, hey, bro, I'm not okay. And that's okay. It's okay to not be okay. But let somebody know and don't suffer in silence, so people can get you help, or people can check in on you, or people can just make sure you're doing okay. All right, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, man. The Average Media LLC, man. I'm being consistent with the videos and the content, so help me get my numbers up. Subscribe to the YouTube, man. The Average Media LLC. Don't forget to subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Thoughts of an Average Joe. Love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. I can't do none of this without y'all. I really appreciate y'all for real, listening to me for 6 years. It's been 6 years. Halfway to 7 for real. That y'all been listening to me for Thoughts of an Average Show. So I appreciate it. I really do. I love the support. I love y'all. Y'all give me good feedback, especially on the videos. Y'all give me good feedback. For a long time, I felt like I was a little stale in my topics, but I feel like I've been doing a really good job of being a lot more diverse in my topics. And y'all been giving me good feedback. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. I am going to have to start getting out more in Orlando so Thoughts to the Average Show can be more known in Orlando. It's time. It's time. It's time for the city of Orlando to know exactly who the hell I am. So be on the lookout for that. But all right, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. It's your favorite Average Show signing out, man. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this with a friend. Tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend. Watch the video or watch the audio. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next episode. It's your favorite Average Show signing off. Peace.